and welcome back to Origins 2017. I'm Eric Summerer. I'm here with Craig from Happy Harpy Games. I had to practice saying that this morning.
Thank you.
You have to say it. Happy Harpy, Happy Harpy,
Happy
Harpy Games. And we're checking out Robot Rise, which I'm already, I would love to welcome the robot apocalypse. How do we do that?
Well, we start off with embracing the robot culture.
That's step number one. Got it.
Great. So Robot Rise is a game of mad scientists battling each other for domination. And they do so through building giant robots and dropping nukes on their secret lairs and all kinds of mayhem. So it starts off, the game is very colorful, it's got lots of great artwork.
Yep.
Basically you start off with, you get 3 secret lair cards.
Okay.
And when they get destroyed, they simply get flipped over. When
Nice.
you lose your 3rd one, you're out of the game.
Got it.
So it's a player elimination game. There are 5 different kinds of cards in the game. There are lethal attacks. Lethal attacks destroy secret lairs.
Okay.
Nuisance attacks have no effect on lairs, but they annoy the heck out of other players.
Sure.
And they help you. You've got your defense cards, which allow you to defend against both lethal attacks and nuisance attacks.
Good.
You've got utility cards, which help you do interesting things. And then you've got event cards. Event cards happen to the players, and they are rarely good.
All right, and these different types of cards are all displayed on the bottoms here as he defends in nuisance attacks, etc.
Lethal attacks, exactly.
Got it.
So, for example, we've got laser satellites and nukes as lethal attacks. Nukes can also be used as defenses because, when there's something annoying you, what's more effective than dropping a nuke on it? We've got, of course, Robot Rise would not be Robot Rise without giant robots.
We do need, and they must rise in some way.
Our robots are so big they require 3 cards to construct: a head, body, and legs.
Okay.
And of course, you can swap them around.
Nice.
Any combination of head, body, and legs constructs a functional giant robot. To help you create the giant robots, you also have a flexible bot module, which can substitute in as kind of like a wild card.
Gotcha.
Those are the lethal attacks. The nuisance attacks include raid and major raid, which allow you to steal 1 or 2 cards, 1 and 2 cards from another player.
Yep.
Mind control, which allows you to force another player to not attack you on their next turn. Freeze ray freezes another player, they lose their next turn. And monologue, your evil monologue is so boring, you force another player to fall asleep and drop 2 cards of their choice.
I want to use nothing but monologue.
Monologue, yes. You have to practice your oratory skills.
Yes.
You need no practice, though, Eric.
I will be ready.
To defend against any of these attacks, you could use a nuke, of course. You could use a fully functional giant robot. You could also use an escape card. Simply run away, plot your revenge. If you're being attacked with a nuke or a giant robot, you could use an EMP card, electromagnetic pulse. My favorite card in the game is, however, malware. Malware is devious. If you're attacked with a giant robot, the malware card actually defends you and turns the giant robot back on its owner.
Nice. Who
then has to defend or lose a lair.
Yes.
So the utility cards include Secret Cache, which allows you to draw a couple of cards. Part Swap, you get to exchange some cards. Time Machine, you get to look back through the discard pile and pick up a card and put it in your hand. Force Field protects your lairs for 1 turn. And that brings us to the event cards. So when you draw an event card, such as a spy attack where government agents have infiltrated your lair, you have to defend or lose the lair. Same with the disaster card. You built your lair in a volcano of all places, and now it's erupting, so you have to defend.
Known?
Exactly, we're crazy that way. And then finally, global annihilation. Everybody in the game has to defend or lose a lair because you push the big red button that says do not push.
Gotcha. So gameplay-wise, how many cards do I have in my hand? How do these get played?
So if it's 2 players, everybody starts off with 7 cards. If it's 3 to 6 players, then you start off with 5 cards. Gameplay is very simple. You play a card or a card set if it's a giant robot.
Okay.
And then we deal with the implications of that card, and then you end your turn by drawing a card. If you have fewer than 3 cards, you draw up to 3. There's one last bit. When there are 3 or more players in the game, if you have, say, a head and a legs card in your hand, you can't form a fully functional giant robot, but you can request a temporary alliance. So you could say, I need a giant robot body. If another player is willing to give up their body and they contribute it, they then draw a replacement card, and you can then send that giant robot off to attack anybody who is not your alliance partner. Exactly.
And it's a binding alliance.
It's a binding alliance only until the giant robot attacks. Then all bets are off because we're mad scientists. Our scruples are somewhat tenuous, right?
So the giant robot, once it attacks, is it out? Is it done?
Yes. Every card goes straight to the discard pile. So you build the giant robot in your hand. You then deploy it directly to the discard pile, and someone else must then defend.
So don't get too attached to these guys.
No,
because after they're done, they're done.
Exactly. So we've got 15 total giant robots, so you can make 3,375 different combinations.
Okay.
So there's a lot of variety.
Awesome. All right, how quickly can we expect the robot revolution in Robot Rise?
So this is going to be on Kickstarter the month of August. So if you don't get a chance to play it here at Origins, try and play it at Gen Con. We'll be hopefully delivering product in January.
Excellent. And this is final art? This is what everything's going to look
Final art,
like?
final rules. The game is in stone. We've got manufacturers already lined up. So
I mean, this looks like a pretty close to final mock-up,
This
too.
is a prototype box. The final box will be a little bit bigger. It'll have a nice insert that'll support sleeving for those folks who want to do that.
All right.
And our pledge level is going to be about $19.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Craig from Happy Harpy Games. This is Robot Rise. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks for watching.